It's brutal out there, right? You pour your heart, your soul, every waking hour into your go-to-market plan, thinking you finally cracked the code to unstoppable growth. But what if that very strategy you trust is the thing silently strangling your progress? Not with noise, not with a bang, but with the faintest whisper that no one hears until it's too late. The cold truth? The problem isn't just your product, your pricing, or even your messaging. It's the invisible cage around how you bring that product to market, the assumptions you never questioned, the patterns you blindly followed, the shortcuts you thought were smart. And here's the damn thing. Growth isn't just a number on a dashboard. It's the pulse of your entire venture. When the growth stops, often nobody sees the crisis coming until it's too big, too far gone to fix overnight. Listen, the first mistake is thinking that growth equals hype, or that throwing fuel at marketing or sales will yank your venture out of the stall. It won't. This is about the foundations, the blueprint underneath your go-to-market playbook. And if that's brittle, you're on shaky ground, no matter how loud your campaign, no matter how many leads pile up. The system you're using could be designed to fail, not because of your effort, but because it's built on old rules, comfortable, easy to buy into, but utterly blind to today's chaos and tomorrow's shifts. Can you feel that? It's the whisper of complacency, of a strategy that looks safe but runs you dry. Because here's the secret no one wants to admit. A go-to-market plan curated by consensus, watered down by comfort, and optimized for past successes is no longer a plan. It's a prison. It cages your innovation, buries your radical ideas, and yanks your growth under the radar while you're busy chasing quick wins. That constant noise of mediocre tactics, cold emails, generic pitches, cookie-cutter customer journeys. It's designed to deliver just enough success to keep you hooked, but not enough to break free. But there's something else, something even scarier. It's the illusion that you're free to innovate, to pivot, to soar. The corporate playbook, the sacred rules of go-to-market strategies act like friendly guides, but in reality, they're gatekeepers. They handcuff your potential to fragmented teams, misaligned incentives, and outdated metrics. They kill bold moves before they even start by insisting on predictability, neat boxes, and safe bets. Growth needs chaos, passion, and rebellion. But most go-to-market frameworks demand obedience. So how do you know if your go-to-market plan is one of these silent killers? The signs are subtle but brutal. Stagnating customer acquisition, slipping retention rates, or the creeping feeling that every campaign, every launch feels like pushing a boulder uphill. Investors get jittery, teams lose their spark, and founders start second-guessing everything. Not because they are failing, but because the system they believed in is quietly eroding their future. And the worst part? This zombie strategy kills growth slowly enough that you don't see the wreckage until it's overwhelming. You keep tweaking, iterating, innovating inside that broken framework while the engine of your company starves for fuel. Every meeting, every report, every metric screamed at you, but your ears were clogged by the noise of conventional wisdom until you realize you're stuck in a loop, spinning your wheels in place. The pain is real. Every founder knows it. That gnawing feeling late at night that something's off. That deep sense that the dream you fought so hard for is slipping through your fingers. Not because you lacked skill or courage, but because the map you're following leads you nowhere. And yet, no one talks about it. No one dares say that your very strategy, the thing you put all your trust in, is holding you back from the explosive growth you crave. But here's the fire in the cold. There is a way out. And it's not about more hustle, more resources, or a new tool. It's a total reset of how you see your go-to-market approach. You need to reject the comfortable lies and stale playbooks. You must build from the edge, from the few who refuse to live by the old rules. Those who burn so bright they light paths, others thought impossible. Growth doesn't come from fitting in. It comes from tearing up the script and writing your own. Start by stripping down your go-to-market assumptions to their raw bones. Who exactly are you selling to? Not the broad persona on your slide deck, but the real person. What actual problem do you solve so deeply it wakes them up in the middle of the night? If you keep pitching features or benefits that only scratch surfaces or satisfy trends, you're already killing growth with mild doses of irrelevance. Radical clarity on your customer's soul needs is the foundation no one can fake. Next, break the silos. Growth kills itself when marketing, sales, product, and leadership play in separate worlds. The alignment of your whole team behind an authentic story isn't just nice to have, it's oxygen for your plan. And by alignment, forget vague mission statements. This means ruthless honesty about what's working, what isn't, and the courage to pivot everything when the data screams for change. Your team must breathe as one living organism, obsessing over what makes the customer move, nothing else. Then, kill the noise. You don't need every channel under the sun, every trend in the industry, or every shiniest new tool. Focus on what connects intimately with your customer. Go deep, not wide. Build fewer but fiercely engaging touchpoints that don't seduce but compel. Sustainable growth comes from moments of true connection, not mindless blasting. Here's the brutal truth about metrics. If you're swimming in vanity numbers, you're swimming in lies. Focus on signal over noise, on metrics that directly tell you if you're creating value, engagement quality, retention, even qualitative insights like customer stories. Numbers that make your business healthier tomorrow, not just bigger today. But isolation is the deadliest killer of all. Don't build alone. Growth is a network effect. Your strategy must include finding those rare, sharp partners who don't dilute your vision but amplify it. Investors, advisors, peers who challenge you and open doors you hadn't even seen before. The growth leaders are the ones radically connected, beyond geography, titles, or industries. They find strength in those who burn as fiercely as they do. Finally, embrace the relentless, painful truth that this is a long game. Instant gratification is the enemy. Growth fueled by shortcuts cracks under pressure. Real, explosive, lasting growth is the product of discipline, iteration, and brutal patience. It's waking up every day to question your assumptions, to unlearn what feels safe, and to rededicate yourself to becoming more, beyond titles, systems, or history. Break free from the comfortable prison of old-school go-to-market playbooks. Rip up the rulebook that tells you how to launch, grow, and scale. The world you're creating demands more than running on autopilot. It needs you to be sovereign, sharp, and ruthless in pursuit of truth and transformation. Growth isn't just a metric. It's an act of rebellion against every system that tries to tame your power. Every voice that whispers, enough. Every trick that sells convenience at the cost of your fire. You're not here to be normal. No growth comes from comfort zones. If your go-to-market strategy feels safe, it's already failing you. Real growth happens when you burn the rulebook, when you reject consensus and dare to be rare. When you tune out the noise, align with your true tribe, and build an unshakable foundation from the raw truth of your customer's pain and your own relentless will. When you build this way, growth is no longer a mystery or a gamble. It's the natural consequence of being unapologetically real, wildly connected, and patiently patient. It's a fire that grows from a single spark. Your refusal to settle. Your refusal to be silenced. Your refusal to follow the herd. The silent killers in your go-to-market plan are loudest in their quietness. They hide in what no one dares to question. The how that feels like it's working until it isn't. Today is the moment to stop letting that quiet death rule your dream. Tear it down, rebuild radically, align fiercely, and watch growth stop dying and start roaring to life.